And then I says to the guy, buddy, you got the wrong department. We're building permits, not animal control.
Yeah.
You okay, Tim? You seem a little distracted.
Yeah. I have this thing to go to after work. I'm sorry. I'm not thinking straight. What were you saying?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Are you okay? I mean, the suit, Tim, it's not what I'm used to seeing you in. Is it a funeral?
I wish. Oh, actually, that's not fair. I have to go to a mediation session after work.
Oh, really? You having trouble at the office? Is it you and Marie?
No, it's not like that. Everything's fine. It's the rink, if you could imagine. Yeah. We're having trouble with the figure skating club that works out of the rink. The change rooms are too small. The lockers are always dirty. The ice is too hard. The ice is too hard. You should see the ice when they get done with it. It's like slush. It's hours before we get it back the way we want it. It's a hockey rink. It's not a figure skating rink.
All right, okay. So you get a few headaches. What's the big deal?
We share the rink. The town's given them equal access. They get whatever they want. It's completely unfair. If it keeps going this way, we're not going to have any control.
Okay, well, normally I'd tell you to move, but I understand how hard it is to get ice time in this town, okay? I gotta take Chris and his friends to practice at 6 o'clock in the morning just so they can get some ice time.
Yeah, well, it's our rink. We were there first.
All right, so
we have rights.
Why arbitration then?
It's mediation.
What?
Mediation, not arbitration. It's probably the same thing. I don't know. It all started a year ago. Okay? The skate club came to us with some suggestions. Those turned into polite requests. And this year, it's demands and threats to go to the town. So I complained to the town. One thing leads to another, and now I have to go to mediation.
All right, so is it like a salary arbitration? Do they bring somebody in, they take a look at both sides and then decide, or?
I don't know, maybe. I hope they're not a figure skating fan. I'm just worried that I won't make our case. I'm not much of a talker.
Well, do you have a lawyer?
Well, they say this isn't about lawyers. Oh, I'll bet the figure skating club brings someone.
Okay, relax, all right? Did they ask you to bring anything or write anything down?
Yes, they asked me to write down what's important to the team. They asked us to write down what our concerns were and what we really, really want.
Well, there you go, bingo, just stick to that. Plus, it's hockey. What judge is going to go against the hockey team, right? It's not like you're going against curlers. Curlers are bad news. Okay, so do you have a list, right? They're going to want to know what your needs are. Okay, what is it?
Item 1, more ice time. Item 2,
no figure skaters.
Item 2, a weight room. Item 3,
no figure skaters.
I'm gonna get it so bad.
Oh, you better take up ringette.
Hey,
How you doing?
really good.
Yeah, you look better today. How'd the arbitration go?
Mediation. And man, am I glad it was mediation and not arbitration.
Oh, yeah? Why? What's the difference?
Arbitration is when someone else makes the decision. Mediation is when people around the table come to a decision together. It works for everyone.
Wow, so you back him into the corner, you get what you want.
Yeah. No, it's not like that. I'd like to tell you what went on, but I can't get into the details because I had to sign a confidentiality agreement.
No, really? A gag order? Wow.
I know. I was a little worried at first. I never had to sign anything like that before. But it's to protect us. We could talk about whatever we wanted to talk about. We can put any idea we want on the table and not have to worry about it coming out in public. After a while, I actually felt like I could speak my mind.
Wow. What'd you say?
Want a coffee?
Yeah, okay. Sure.
How's work?
Yeah, it's all right.
I think what surprised me the most was that I expected it to be a completely confrontational situation. One side wants this, one side wants that, and we end up spinning our wheels and going nowhere. there were times when I thought it was going to be that way. We need more time on the ice. We can't be competitive if we don't have time on the ice.
You have as much time as we do, maybe more. My skaters need time too. They're competing at provincials, and I have one girl who has a shot at the national team. She needs to practice.
So the rink is fully booked?
Not completely. There are times during the day when we can't even get on the ice.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. You mean neither of you are using the rink?
There
The
are
rink is
times.
Sorry, go ahead.
Thanks. It's not like we aren't using it. We can't use it. We're waiting for the ice to change. It takes time to get the conditions right for my skaters. It has to be soft so they can land easier. If it's too hard, they could catch an edge and get hurt.
You can't believe the amount of time we waste going back and forth. Half the time when we're on the ice, it's no better than a backyard rink. All the chips and divots. There has to be other rinks that you can skate at, other rinks with figure skaters.
And there are no other places where they play hockey?
Please, this isn't getting us anywhere. So you both need more time on the ice.
Yes.
What would you do if you had more time?
Conditioning.
Power skating. What, you think they jump that high naturally?
I hadn't thought of it, actually.
Is that the kind of activity where condition of the ice isn't as important?
Not so much, no.
Is power skating something that would benefit your players' conditioning?
Yeah, maybe. Probably. I have to tell you, hearing someone else's perspective really opens your eyes. You can imagine how I felt in there. I was pretty rattled. But listening to someone else's point of view really got me thinking about some good ideas.
You both agreed that the facility needs to be renovated, and the first thing to go is the ice making equipment. Tim, you agreed to do the research and get back to us with prices on new equipment.
Yes, I can get back with the numbers in a week or so.
Good. Is there anything else you need to talk about with the renovation?
Yes, new studio space.
I don't think that the hockey teams are going to benefit from a big empty room full of mirrors. You know, I can go for expanded change rooms, but a studio...
We could rent it out. Dances, banquets, things like that.
Yeah, we could charge people to use a weight room too. Your kids could use it. It would be much more useful to all of us.
How is all of this going to be funded?
Well, there are some federal infrastructure funds we can access. There's some community funds, matching grants. We have some fundraising plans in place.
Fundraising.
You didn't think we could fund an entire hockey season out of our own pockets?
We can help out too, but that's got to be a full-time job, just looking after those things.
That's a good point, Denise. Your organization is all volunteer, right? Yours too, right?
Yes, parents, basically.
You have someone in mind to look after the paperwork, liaise with the town and the contractors?
No. Well, I mean, I could ask. I have a thought, though. We have some money in the bank. Maybe we could hire someone part-time to take care of it.
Like a director, something like that. I never thought of that. Well, I bet we could put up some money too if there was a value in it for the club.
That would be great. What I can't believe is I went in there worried about not having enough ice time for my kids, and I came out of there looking for an executive director for the rink. I know it's not always going to be perfect, and there's still lots we need to go through, but I think we can actually agree on a way to work through it now.
Yeah, I do too, yeah.
If you'd have asked me a few weeks ago, I would have never believed you and I could even have a civil conversation, let alone finding ways to move forward.
Me neither.
I'll tell you what else I never thought of. I never thought I'd be outskated by a figure skater. My legs are killing me. So stiff it took me 5 minutes to roll out of bed this morning.
I believe it. They're amazing.
Anyway, I'm good for Tuesday.
Okay.
10. I'll have the numbers and the paperwork ready for the ice making equipment.
Okay, that's good.
10's okay for you?
10's great for me. Okay.
Mediation is voluntary. No agreement is reached unless the participants agree. The discussions are kept private and confidential. The discussions cannot be used in court as evidence and cannot be disclosed outside of the meeting without the permission of all participants. The participants have an equal say in the outcome of the meeting. Mediation fosters a problem-solving approach where participants work together to resolve their issues and hopefully build a constructive working relationship for the future. Mediation creates an opportunity for open, honest, and respectful communication between the participants so they can really understand each other's viewpoints and opinions. It has been found that mediation saves participants both time and money when compared to other forms of dispute resolution, such as litigation. Participants are able to develop creative agreements that work for everyone, so that everyone gets something beneficial from the agreement. When people create their own agreements, they are more likely to follow through on the commitments they have made. Agreements reached through mediation usually last over time. And if another dispute develops, the participants are more likely to use cooperative problem solving to work out their differences.